Step 1 is to cut 2 pieces of black craft foam about 2 inches long and as wide as the hook gap. Before mounting your hook into the vise, pierce the center of one of the foam strips about half an inch from the end of the strip. Once completed, slide the foam strip onto the bottom side of the hook with the short end facing the rear to where the thread stops and make 2 to 5 wraps securing your foam. Now, take the second strip and match the ends. Then make 3 to 5 thread wraps over both strips to secure them to the hook. Now secure your foam to the hook with a little bit of glue. Here I'm using Solarez UV Cure glue. Cure the glue for about 30 to 40 seconds. Once completed, repeat these steps 3 to 4 times until you get to the eye of the hook. Trim the bottom portion of the foam so that the hook eye is exposed. Leave the top strip of foam in place. Now it's time to start building your cicada wings. The first part of the wings will be crystal flash, and for that you're going to want 4 to 5 strands. The second part of your cicada wings are going to be adding some elk hair. You're going to want to cut a clump of elk body hair consisting of 50 strands, then pull out any under fibers and stack the tips to align them. Once the elk hair is firmly in place, go ahead and trim the ends so that it makes it easier for you to tie in the rest of your materials. Now it's time to add in the famous red cicada eyes. And for that, I'm going to use the Hairline Epoxy Bono Crab Eyes in the color red. If you were to look at a cicada that's landed on the water, you'll notice that their eyes kind of sit in the water. And fish can key in on that. So when you tie these in, you want to make sure that the eyes are kind of facing down in the water and on either side of the hook. Alright guys, the next part of our cicada that we're going to add in are the legs. And for that, I prefer using the MFC Sexy Floss legs in orange and black in a medium size. You'll want to tie in 2 silly legs on each side of your fly. In the wild, cicadas actually only have 3 legs on each side of their body, so try not to overdo it with the amount of legs you put on your fly. The last material we're going to add to your pattern is a small cube of orange foam tied into the top of this fly. And this serves more or less as an indicator for you, the angler, so you can quickly identify where your fly is when it lands on the water. Once you feel confident that the orange foam at the top of the fly is tied in securely, you can go ahead and add a whip finish to tie off the rest of your thread wraps. Alright, the last thing to do, I'm just going to add a little bit more solar res to the bottom of my fly to secure all my materials. And you'll also notice that I spent a little bit of time trimming the fly. Trimmed up the crystal flash and the wings, trimmed up my legs, just to make the fly look a lot cleaner. With all your glue in place, go ahead and hit it with the UV light for a couple more seconds. And once the glue is done drying, your fly will be ready to hit the water. That concludes this month's fly tying video. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you all have a lot of fun fishing the cicada hashes this year. Best of luck fishing, and we'll see you all next month.